fight.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for splash, that's 2 people getting healed up.
All right, I'm back.
I agree. It's more efficient. I just
Had to
rather
reconnect.
you know,
That makes no sense.
It's
Chill out.
situational, but
Right.
just something to keep in mind. Definitely situational though. If you guys are, one person is like,
Am I connected?
Jesus Christ, I lost like more than half my HP. Next life.
You get more for your money.
You get more for your money.
All right, I'm back.
Nah.
I am back. That makes no sense. I had a wired connection and it was fritzing out. For some reason, my wireless is working better. I don't know how that makes sense.
That's
but
weird.
It is.
Check that cable.
Yeah. It's probably. I'm guessing it's the cable wire.
Is it missing the clip? Does it not click in?
You know what? The other end I think is missing a clip.
Yeah, see? Got that shit in there with a rubber band or something?
I kept cutting. I cut out like 5 times already since I freaking logged in here. So I was like, all right, fuck it. Let me go back to wireless. Anyway. All right. So Caldum's down to 5 silver pieces. Which I need to put in my. I'm gonna put in my notes. And you can add a Cure Light Wounds potion to your character sheet. And Rakim can add in Oil of Mage Armor. And then, I don't know if for the 2 hours the night prior and the 2 hours in the morning, if Quindamir wanted to, if there was any scrolls he was wanting to make.
Anyway.
All right. Then. Although I could have swore, isn't there any left in the pool? The pool? No, oh no, that got. Okay. I'm probably thinking of the other group. There's nothing in that pool. Okay, that shit got used. Yeah, then your characters be good to, I guess, set off on the rowboats. I guess 2 people in each boat for the time being. Which means
do we have
Icarus
rope and stuff so that we can
Quindamir,
climb
you're gonna
out
have
of
to
the
put
boat
some of
when
that
we
arm
get
work
to
in
the
there.
island? 'Cause
Alright, I'll send you my spells now.
I know both. Your characters do know that both
Actually, I'll just type it out right here.
Nasir and Rakim both do have rope, so you have like a total of 100 feet of rope.
Okay.
And then do I have the right book opened at the corner? I probably have to open the. Oh, there it is. And then what was the Caldum's with you, and what were the local and the geography checks for the rowboats people? The row your boats.
Oh, hang on 1 second. Hey, can you adjust the map real quick too?
Oh, okay. I will adjust it to where Rakim and Nasir are chilling.
Okay, so you said roll for knowledge geography?
Whichever, yeah. I mean, whichever. You're gonna get different results. The local check is gonna be like what the what the locals tell you about it, whereas the geography is going to give you the more, I guess, scientific info.
Okay, I'll do geography first.
Ooh, we got a 25 there. Well, the 3 cormorants. These are 3 towering sea stacks that protrude from the waves, their crowns supporting miniature forests of eucalyptus and cypress trees. There are no known intelligent inhabitants except for a small group of harpies that dwell amongst the trees. From what Caldum is aware
And
of,
where's this at?
it is. I will have to switch over to this map. And I will shift it over once it loads. Oh, it's right there. It's right there in my face.
You're pointing at something, but I can't see.
Why? Okay, let me turn. I don't know why the Fog of War is on this page. I did not even have it on. They put the Fog of War on this whole page for some reason. I've used this before, so I don't even know why it's on. Fog of War off.
Whoa.
Oh my god. Lag.
Now my whole screen went black.
Yeah, mine too.
I had the map before.
Okay, there we go.
Oh.
Okay, so where is it?
So the route that your characters are going to be rowing, and I will mark it in red, is here's Sandpoint, and you're going la 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 all the way here to Thistletop.
Okay, okay.
And yeah, we're gonna have to obviously pass by the 3 cormorants, so that's why I had your characters roll checks, to see what they knew about it.
Can you do knowledge history on the cormorants? Or no?
Well, so should I also do knowledge local too to see what the locals told us?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that going to make a difference at this point?
Yeah, you can do that. I don't think history, cormorant history. It's probably not going to really.
Locals
give you
didn't tell me
much.
shit about the cormorants.
The locals, well, no. If you want to gather info from the locals as a diplomacy check, this is just what Caldum knows off the top of his head, like from what he's from what he's learned.
Okay.
So he right now is failing to recall much of anything. The only tidbit he can recall with that 11 is that as long as you don't bother the harpies, very, very good, very, very good chance they're really not going to fuck with you either. They've just been known to periodically torment the goblins.
Yeah, goblins are super scared of them.
As for harpies,
I
you
just
can
learned
roll.
about harpies.
I think it's a knowledge nature check for harpies.
Okay. Well, yeah, I can do that too. Let's see,
Hey.
nature.
Skill boy, let's go.
Yeah, knowledge.
They
knowledge.
live in this
Knowledge
area?
nature.
Dude, no local? Alright.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's get these out of the way.
The only
Harp
thing you
Change
know
the dice
about
color.
the only thing you
Change
know
the dice
about
color, though. Just change it up.
the only thing you know about harpies is that they're crazy, winged, disgusting
Bird women.
bird women that like to eat people. That's as much as you know.
That like to eat people?
Yes, they enjoy eating.
I can roll on knowledge nature.
Hey, roll it.
All right, so Caldum,
Yeah, because Waylon and I are having a discussion about the route we got to
the
sail.
route,
So.
right?
Well, Waylon was like, yo, let me
God,
tell you
Waylon,
what
tell me
harpies
about
right quick.
Well,
So the
let's,
thing about harpies,
Ooh.
this is let me inform you what I know
I'm
about
fucking harpy whisperer.
he's
I
No.
can tell you a thing or two
He's a-
about harpies. If you take the scent of a harpy and you rub it on yourself or you rub it around an area, goblins with their sense of smell will automatically pick up the scent of a harpy and run in the opposite direction. It works very well as a goblin repellent. True story.
Maybe we should grab one.
The
Also,
hoppy is
Oh
like
the-
yeah,
ex-wife.
we did read
if
about
we're
that.
the mating habits of the harpy is a particular one. Like most females that we do know here, they go for the best male that they can find. But the thing about harpies is they usually kill their mates. So when they do find the strongest male that they can actually connubble with a little bit, it actually makes them feel a little uncomfortable because they usually choose males that they are not strong enough to kill. And those are the only dalliances that last long enough for harpies. Also a true story.
Okay, well, then,
Uh,
my brother, I must point out that neither you nor Quindamir should have any type of relationship with any of these harpies should we encounter them.
Now we still gotta
Got
hear
your
the rest
back.
of the stuff that Louis has to say though.
Oh
so,
yeah, the rest of the stuff that Waylon tells you is that they are often viewed as vicious and corrupted creatures.
Ew.
And they are well versed in knowing how creatures think and act. This understanding gives the harpies an advantage when it comes to finding their favorite meals. And while creatures of the wild easily fall victim to their captivating songs, these vile bird women prefer their meals spiced with complex sentient thoughts. Easy prey makes for a boring meal. Their captivating song has the power to infect the minds of those that hear it, calling them to the harpy's side. So when they sing, those that hear it will have to make a will save or become captivated. Being captivated would mean that being under the effects of captivating song, as the books and the stories say, will cause you to move toward the harpy in the most
Should be wear
direct
earplugs.
means available. If the path should lead you into a dangerous area, there's a chance you could break back out of the song or not.
Are there,
Are there earplugs in the town?
While ultimately savage and without remorse for their actions, a number of harpies live close to humanoid societies. And in this situation, yes, they're just about an hour and a half away. But they haven't been fucking with the locals. They've just been messing with goblins. At least this group of harpies. So yeah, that with your character staying in Sandpoint, that's those harpies are definitely something to keep an ear out for, just in case one of them decides to get bored of goblin meat. And they enjoy parlaying.
How much distance is between? Oh, sorry.
No, they do enjoy parlaying with creatures that they see as potential meals. They like to wear baubles and trinkets stolen from their victims, and they like to indulge in shiny ornaments that mankind creates. Up close, they're known to reek with the stench of the victims that they consume, and they rarely let creatures that are not yet captivated too close, lest they smell the gore and decay in their feathers. And for this reason, harpies are known to wear perfumes and scented oils. In different lands, they actually can appear very different. like wildly different. Some will look like a mix between a vulture and a woman, while others will bear the regal markings of hawks or falcons in their feathers. Um, there's even the rare clutch of harpies that are isolated in tropical parts of the world, such as the Mwangi Expanse down south, where Waylon and Quindamir's um, ancestral lands come from, that are known to have colorful feathers akin to parrots.
So
They
Okay.
are
we have to like
So
roll.
they are monstrous humanoids for the creature type.
okay,
And
so real quick, how much distance is between those islands, the three cormorants? Like, I would know that, right, with my knowledge geography.
yeah. How much distance between the islands? I would say like that's 1 mile, and that's a quarter of a mile. They look to be about like an eighth of a mile apart.
Okay, and they're on those islands, or are they in like the edge there by the Shankswood?
They would be
Like, what?
on the islands in the forests that are on top of the islands, inside the forest of eucalyptus and cypress trees. They're probably roosting in there somewhere where you can't really see them unless they happen to be flying
Okay.
flying about in the skies.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so
other than that possible, which is it's a possible danger, but it's not not uh like your characters know from your knowledge and from the locals, is that no one's really like gave them much of a thought, because the harpies that reside there have never really bothered anyone. They've been primarily just fucking with the goblins.
okay.
Probably because the
Does
goblins can't really
does
fight
Waylon know what
back.
language they speak?
Yeah,
Do they have their own specific language?
they don't have a specific language, but they do speak. They would speak the common tongue, so they do
Okay.
know common. But they don't have like a unique. There's no
So then-
unique Harpy language. It's just they would know the common of. They would know the tongue of their region, and in your case, be common.
Okay.
They might know.
Well, then my recommendation, what I'm gonna tell Waylon is that we should, as we're passing through the three cormorants, that we should be as close to the Shankswood as we can, the shoreline of the Shankswood, as we go, just to try to avoid any interaction with the harpies. That's just my recommendation.
Well, it seems to me that in our efforts to avoid the harpies, we may very well run directly into them. And I say this only because we are coming from the beginning. Our first venture started from the mainland. So of course we did not come into contact with them, seeing as they have not been attacking the people of Sandpoint. But since we will now be on the seas, we will probably be in their flight path directly to the goblins they are harassing. So, we should still definitely go prepared to deal with them. But yeah, I do agree. Hugging the coastline is probably best. Who knows what else is out there in the larger seas? If I remember correctly, the Magdemar's history, it was founded by defeating a sea monster, and I have no intention of doing such a thing with just you, brother, although I do respect your skills.
I appreciate your kind words, and I too would not like to encounter any type of sea monster, as the last thing that came out of the water made me fall off of a cliff. So
Well,
I would I'd like to avoid that if possible.
that old light, as well as the underground place we came from, It all is connected to old Thessalonian magics. While Quenda may have been a little dismissive about them, I do think that there's something connected and going on with that magic that is there and what is going on here. And I would not be surprised if whatever is going on over there in the old light is also spraying out into the sea that it is located next to.
Mm. Yeah, no, that's a great point. I agree. We have to be on our guard on our way back and make sure you know we have everything at the ready. So I mean, I might be rowing, but I'm gonna have my bow sitting right in front of me.
So what ended up happening was in the morning, well, towards like mid-morning, Rakim and the seer noticed they were able to spot and hear some commotion across where Thistletop was at, and that was their cue to let Ochanga know that the goblins are active, and that they are planning to try and repair the bridge. And to get that done, the goblins need to get across. And the way they got across was they took a boat that was behind the stockade, and lowered it down with some rope and back into the waters. And about 4 goblins climbed down the rope and into the boat, and they started sailing down the coastline. And they plan on sailing down the coastline until they can beach themselves and get back onto dry land and don't have to climb any cliffs. They're trying to find basically where the ground is, mostly sea level, so that they can get up there, get back onto the road, and head over towards the other side of the bridge, so that they will have goblins on one side and goblins on the other, and then they can work together to try and get the bridge together. So it's going to take some time for those goblins to... Heck, I mean, you already had probably sent Ochanga out the minute you saw them lowering the boat, so it's going to take quite a few hours for them to row down, get onto shore, double back around, get back to get back into the Nettlewood, go through the Nettlewood, back towards the shoreline, towards the bridge area. In fact, it's a possibility.
Okay. So the
Actually, no. So yeah, Ochanga ended up hustling, and I believe I measured the hustling as she was able to get to Sandpoint in just an hour. And she flies over to...
You can't say that with a straight face, man. Yo, when I hear hustling, I'm not thinking of someone moving. I'm like,
I know.
in the corner trying to get this goal. Hustling.
So Ochanga doubles her speed for that first hour and goes to gets there in an hour, goes over to
Sold some seawater to the bunyip.
goes over to Quindamere and pretty much relays all the information to Quindamere.
Man, that must have been some good news to hear.
So your group...
That's some intel right there, boy.
The group.
So yeah, your group is yeah.
Guys all on the rowboat probably at that point, right?
Yeah.
Y'all hear Ochanga chirping away. Elvin.
And if there's any I don't know if Ochanga's staying, or if you want to relay, or if you want to have Ochanga relay information, fly back to Nacia and Rakim to let them know what's going on your end.
Well,
I think that what we should do is...
What part of the island do we plan on, basically making port.
Well, Kaldim, you have a very good understanding of the geography here. My question would be, where do you think the goblins will dock in order to make it here the fastest, the most efficient way that the goblins will try to get on? If we can deduce where they are going to be boarding, or rather where they are going to be docking, we can simply set an ambush there, jump the goblins, seize their boat, and then we can sail back with their very own boat, surprising them yet again.
It sounds like the beginning of Moana.
Beginning of what?
No, that was out of character. Okay, so Lewis, like with my geography knowledge check that I had, I mean, would I have a good idea of where I think they would go, like based off of what I've seen on the shoreline there?
You figure, yeah. With your geography, you know that they would have to sail down to at least to at least towards an area that is known as the actually no, they would actually have to I don't know how far down the coast would be elevated. I guess that's all elevated up until here. Okay, so the goblins would have
They
to
have to like
sail.
sail down somewhere and then like walk through the thicket.
The goblins would have to sail here, right past Shanks Wood. Get onto
I
the.
can't see. I don't have the map.
Oh,
My
that's
thing
right.
changed
I
again.
changed it back. That's why.
Oh, let me zoom in over here.
Shanks, what I see.
Okay.
Okay.
So now you're talking about for them
Destination
to.
is Thistletop, you said, right?
So they would most likely dock around there, and then make their way double back towards the Nettle Wood.
Wait, so they would have to. They'd have to dock here. You said.
Yeah.
But how are we supposed to take these boats and go all the way to?
Because we're on wagons and horses. Those horses move at quadruple their normal. No, I think is it quadruple or double? I gotta check that again. But the horses' speed, like we be burning. And we got a road.
No, you.
So you're talking about just. Yeah.
Wait, you're saying right now that we're on land, taking the rowboats on land back to.
No, I thought he meant how did we get here so quickly compared to
No,
them?
I'm not. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about so after he got the message from Ochanga, right? And I'm telling you guys, I figured that this is where they would dock. I'm trying to figure out, if this is where they would dock, why do I think it's a good idea to take the rowboats all the way to Thistletop?
Oh, because we don't have a bridge. But you're right. If we could get their rowboats from them right there, then we don't need to take ours with us. Because all we need is 2.
So I'm saying, like, with that information, we should just double back down the road and set up an ambush right here. Hide in the woods and just.
The only thing is we still need another boat because they're only coming with 1 boat. We still need 2.
Fine. We got the one.
Okay.
We can have well, when it comes to fight, we can have Icarus and Quindamir row the boat over there while you and I go set up an ambush in the woods.
Okay.
Because we probably
you can send Ochanga to let Rakim and Nasir know what the plan is.
Well, I'm just conveying, this is what I think. I'm not sure. Based on the timeline that Ochanga got to us, and the time that the goblins left, like how much time we have to try to get there before they do.
You think of Changa, since she's like flying, she probably got there, and then like they were like now lowering the boat when Changa
Are we
got
thinking
sent.
about
So
this correct, Lewis?
Your character. I mean, if you were trying to go there, your characters will get there before their boat arrives and can set up an ambush spot.
Ooh, maybe I could finally get some sneak attack damage.
I was thinking we got the drop on them. We just gotta let the brothers know up there what's going on,
Yeah.
so that way they're not sitting around just waiting
So we're
and
splitting
thinking
up
we're
again,
gonna come around.
right? Two of us
Icarus,
is gonna stay in the
Quindamir, and
boat.
Waylon, what do you guys think of that plan?
I'm just pretty much trying to go over it right now. So we're splitting up, right?
I mean,
Two of us
we'd still
is-
be sitting around just waiting at that point, right?
No, you can make your way down to the action.
They would have to maneuver
'Cause-
through the Nettlewood.
We're gonna
which would
run
take-
our asses
which would take
through
a
the
few
Nettlewood
hours.
all the way down there.
I don't know how
And
could you
then-
move it.
That's sad.
we may need backup. Who knows, bro? What if somebody gets a crit or some shit and one of us drop?
We ain't fucking wait here to go run our asses down there. You crazy? How we ain't
what
gonna
else?
make it down there, bro. What?
I don't know. Your
I'm
monk
still,
moving,
I'm
man.
still trying to understand how the journey seems to be from Sandpoint to Thistletop, which the goblins are. I mean, the hobgoblins are waiting at Thistletop. For some reason, we're setting up at Shankswood. I'm not understanding that part.
Oh,
at all.
because we
Because
could
that's
head to
where the
Thistletop,
goblins
but we're gonna
Wait,
the
one person at
goblins.
a
We're
time.
probably because I was saying we could head there, but it sounds like we're gonna bump into the goblins on our way to Thistletop because they're coming down the same shoreline because they have to dock in Shankswood.
Have a naval battle.
So we're gonna be
No, stop.
we're gonna be bumping into them. So
Or you could
either
just-
way,
you could just let them. You could just let them get here, and we
Just-
fucking
yeah.
take them out before they
You
can
could
do
just
shit.
Yeah.
your
You know what I
characters
mean?
could just wait a few hours. I mean, well,
Yeah.
that's the other question. Were you guys approaching the back of Thistletop during the day or at night?
Because that's the other thing is he
I
was
would
telling
approach
y'all
at
to go
night.
at night because then they can't see you.
right.
Right.
So
This is just, I'm sorry, this is just me role playing Waylon, and I jumped the gun because I saw an opportunity, and he's like that. So he was like, yo, ambush
shit.
him, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you can ambush him. I'm just telling you, like
Right.
with the initial plan, we ain't
Right.
running. fucking-
Yeah.
The initial plan is a
full
lot
day.
more concrete and straightforward. Just,
Yeah.
That's
So-
what I would.
so
I
if we're
honestly
gonna-
would like to go with the initial plan because
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't
if
know
we
why-
wait
All right,
until
so
night-
make it, so say it in character. Say it in character.
Yeah.
You see Waylon, you know, you see where
So-
Waylon stands.
So when Achinga says back to Quindamir, like what's going on, and the action and the movement that's happening over in Thistletop, he looks to the rest of you and he says, it seems like the signal. It seems like we have gotten the signal, my brothers. Seems like it is time for us to head back. Thistletop. And then you'll probably go and say like everything that you just did about how, oh wow, like they're gonna be probably going to Shankswood and yada yada, and then Quindamir will just tell you, I know you have a kind of mind that sees multiple different kind of outcomes, my way. But the spontaneousness of your mind, your plan involves a lot of other people, a lot of people who are not in on it. And right now, Nasir and Rakim are waiting for us to return.
Perhaps that may be the case. But as you already know, I am a numbers man. And the way I see it is this. Most goblins are no bigger than yay high, which means, for the most part, if they are using a boat which is similar to our own, which may be the truth, because there is no way that they are going to be sailing down the side of the galleon inside of some sort of, well, galleon. So, that being said, they most likely have a regular boat like our own, which means no more than maybe 4 or 5 of them are fit inside of our boat. They are all in one location. One bomb. Kaboom. The whole situation is finished. If the boat is intact, we have an extra boat. If the boat is not as intact, then it's okay. We have 5 dead goblins who are not coming on shore. So I was only putting together a suggestion because we are going to be seeing them as we head our way towards Thistletop anyway, because they are coming down the side. So that means in order for us to get on the track with the original plan, we have to alter the plan because the original plan did not account for the goblins coming to us. We thought we would get there before the goblins made a move, but the goblins have moved now. So that means we will have to wait for the goblins to come on board at Shanks Wood, get on, and then wait for them to make their way all the way back to Nestlewood. Follow them, hoping they do not hear us following them, in order for us to fight together at the point so that we could do our plan originally. Is it a better plan because it happens at night? Yes. However, it does come with its own risks because now we know there are goblins who are coming and we are following ones who are on land already at night time, leaving our flanks open for other goblins who may be coming, and we are not aware if any or more are coming or not. Thankfully, we have Ochanga who's going to be in the skies, but keep in mind, Ochanga, can she see at night, my friend? Does anyone know if Ochanga has dark vision? Because if she does not see at night, then the disadvantage is the same. That is my last piece on the whole situation. I will support any decision you decide to make, but as you already know, I would
Moonlight
rather
would
be
be
the
enough for
aggressor.
Ochanga. The moonlight would be enough for Ochanga.
Okay,
But
then at least we still
but
have the eyes in the skies.
I I'm while your plan does not is not your plan that bothers me. It's that, or should I say that part of your plan is not what bothers me. What bothers me is that you want to include Rakim and Nasir in it. If we can handle this on our own, us four here, then it is just something that we take care of along the way. That is more efficient than to circle back only to tell Nasir and Rakim that the plan has changed once again. If you are confident in the four of us dispatching whatever might be coming back to Seven Tooth, what the hell was that? No, Shank to the Shankswood, then then I think that is the most efficient way.
Okay. I am banking on it. I am banking that if we set up a proper ambush, get them before they even get out of the boat, and take that advantage for what it is worth, then we could shut down the threat before they ever get to the shorelands. And even if
Based
they
on,
do, they're so thinned out that we can finish them off.
I also enjoy the idea of dead goblins, less goblins once we return back to the to the breach and reconvene with allies. But it cannot come at the expense of the first plan, which has not had time to come to fruition.
Yeah,
Out of
enough.
character, I just want to ask Lewis real quick. The, the Ochanga coming back to Sandpoint. I'm assuming that's where the rowboat. This is the timeline, right? They're heading back towards Shankswood now. So when we head back over there to set up an ambush, would Ochanga be able to go, like, leave us, deliver this message to Rakim and Nasir so that it syncs up with, like, so like Ochanga can deliver the message, see that they're approaching the Shankswood. We're we're setting up our ambush, and then having Ochanga basically circle back and potentially, if not
Just
participate
ambush them
in
on
that
their own.
ambush, or
No, we can't. We're not gonna run all the way. It don't make no sense for some.
no,
Yeah,
you guys aren't going anywhere. It's Ochanga
right.
that's doing the flying back and forth.
Uh,
I'm just trying to find out whether or not it would sync up that way with Ochanga letting you guys know what's going on, as opposed to you
oh,
just sitting there waiting. Who
Um,
knows how long it's gonna take at the Shankswood.
I'd say Ochanga got. I'd say Ochanga gave you the message just as Waylon finished getting the boats.
Mhm. Okay.
So it's
I
gonna
don't really
take.
know exactly what
It's
the
gonna.
limitations of the familiar, but
I mean, you could just let us beat up the
just
goblins and
have
not
them
say
be
anything.
hustling back and forth between both locations until everyone's on the same page. I
It'll
mean, it's
take
just I don't
her.
know if
Yeah.
that's how I could use them, but I would. You
My
know.
understanding was y'all were coming back at night anyway, which we'd be waiting anyway. So you
Yeah.
don't really have to even send it back and forth. If y'all are gonna do an ambush and take care of it before it happens, it's still playing as usual to us because we don't know what's going on.
Technically, that is
You
true.
know,
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't know we cemented that before we left about coming back at night. So that's why I'm like, oh,
because
okay.
Yeah, the
because
whole thing is
Lou
supposed to
was
happen at
saying
night.
Lou was saying that they only got
Yeah,
like 60 foot of dark vision and it's 80 foot high cliff, so they wouldn't even see y'all anyway.
Um.
So that's why I thought it was.
Yeah.
So the situation at the Shanks with the ambush would be taking place at what time of day?
Like mid morning. Your characters would get to
Morning.
the
Okay.
spot, to the
So we
ambush
have.
spot, because it's only a mile away. So it's not really
Right.
that far out. Like
And it would take us how
like
many more
30
hours to get
minutes.
back to?
Take
Is 30 minutes out of the way?
take you another hour after that to get to the Nettlewood, and then you have to. Oh no, you're going on boat. It take you another like
Should be like 6 hours.
you know what?
That's what I'm saying. This distance on the map that you drew from Sandpoint to Thistletop on boat, I'm thinking that's gonna take some. That's gonna take some time. Motherfuckers is rowing. I just don't understand. I just don't see the speed
That's what I'm about
that
to
we
look
would
at.
have
The
if we were
speed
on
of
land.
the rowboat will move about 1.5 miles per hour.
And it's only and how far is Sandpoint from Thistletop? A mile. That is
It says
that is the largest mile I've ever
by
seen.
foot. By foot, it's only a 2-hour walk to go from Sandpoint to Nettlewood. Not maneuver yourself around the Nettlewood. That took your characters a few hours actually, but it was.
Just to get to the entrance of it.
But to go
I don't know
but to
what.
row from Sandpoint to Thistletop is not gonna take too long.
Yeah.
That was it too.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have to go through Nettlewood anymore. So that chops down a lot of time.
All I need to do is draw a line from here to here. Grab this line.
It does look like way more than just a mile. The perspective on the map is so far out. It look because look at that, right? Look at Raven Roost. Raven Roost, those look like fucking mountains, like big ass mountains, bro. And then you look over here at Netherwood, you see mountains coming out the trees. Now you figure those are mountains, and you look at the distance,
Said mountains. They're more
like,
hills.
bro, those look like
Honestly, I
fucking
was
mountains,
looking at
bro.
the. Honestly, I was looking at the miles. Oh shit! Wait, hold up.
I can't grab that. Why won't it let me grab that? Oh, there it goes.
So you see that here?
niggas is counting nautical miles. Crazy.
I was looking at the picture like, yo, that shit look far away. I
All
see
right,
mountains
so
and shit.
this circle right here,
Uh,
this circle right here that I just drew. Hold on, can I click on it now?
There we go. I was trying to grab that
Click
line.
on it, and maybe I make it polygon. Damn, I can't do it either. Anyways, at the bottom of that map where Lewis drew the line from Sandpoint to Thistletop, there's like a miles like legend thing there, right? So you could tell how long a mile is, and it's like 6 to 5, no, maybe like 1, 2, 3, all right,
Like
maybe
2
4
miles.
or 5
It's about 2
miles.
miles. A little less than 2 miles.
This
Yeah, I
is
see
11
it.
o'clock already.
Right there
Shit.
right there by the Varista sign. It says 0 to this little scale for miles right there.
Yeah.
It's 0 to
Yeah,
200.
I got that orange line right there. That's
Never get this.
That's 2
We-
miles.
that's 2 miles. That's 2
We
miles.
ain't
So it'd
getting to that.
be
We ain't never get to that goblin. They just gonna raid us. We might as well just wait.
No, this is the planning. This is. I mean,
No,
unless
no,
you
I
don't
know,
care
I know.
about visualizing.
I
this is
care. No,
just-
I care. I'm just laughing. I care, bro. Have at it. I'm just giggling. I'm high as shit.
Shit.
it's about
Nah, it's
so it
nah.
looks like
If
about
we- if we
3
using the
miles.
miles at the bottom,
Three and
it's
three and
about
three
3.
three and 3/4 of a mile if you want to guesstimate there.
Yeah, yeah.
So if
it
you
is.
were
It's about
rowing,
3
if
and
you
a
were
half.
rowing, it'd be 2.5, two and a little over 2
Hours per mile.
2 hours, a little over 2 hours on rowing going
Per
from there to
mile.
there.
Oh, just rowing for 3 miles. Okay.
Yeah, rowing for 3 miles would be
Alright,
2
well-
hours, and then if it's another 3/4 of a mile, it's like 30, 15, 20 more minutes. But you know,
All right. I mean, I guess it's
little
guess
over
it's not
2
gonna take as long
hours.
as I thought.
Yeah,
then.
it's not gonna take
Right.
long to row there, which means it's not gonna take long for the goblins to go. Well, geez, actually, let's see. They were lowering the boat
If
and
all
all that
5
other
of them
stuff.
are rowing,
By the
yeah.
time Ochanga got to your group to give you the information, the goblins are getting close to docking. Actually,
At the Shangswood.
yep. If you wanted to ambush them, you would have to leave right away. Get on the coast road on your wagons and and hustle down the road
That's it.
and catch him just charge him from behind is what you have to end up doing.
Motherfucker's got a hoof.
Let's do it. Let's go.
That
And the
sounds
more your
way,
character-
that sounds way more accurate because this sounds like something that was time
Hey.
sensitive.
Th- This is definitely something
Oh,
Caldum
yeah.
would be interested in too, for
Right.
sure.
Callum's like,
And it's on
giddy
land
up,
now,
let's
too,
go.
so it's
You
fine,
get
yeah.
to yeehaw.
Let's
You
get
rounding
'em,
up the
man. Let's get
posse,
it.
getting the goblins. Goblins like,
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
He said,
We could jump on the horses and just ride straight there.
damn, you're jumping on
Jump
them
in the
horses.
wagon,
There's
rather.
4 of them too, so you got
So
4 of
the-
your
so the
characters.
rowboats-
Oh,
Yeah, there's 4 of
in-
them and there's 4 characters. Yeah, we could go horse. Oh,
So
single
the-
horses.
so-
Let's go.
Oh, and goblins are scared of
rowboats
horses,
are
too.
in the wagon, right?
The rowboats are in the wagon. Yeah,
Goblins
Okay.
they hate horses too.
they hate horses. Perfect.
Surprised
Horses
the horse
and
made it out
dogs.
the first time.
Mhm.
All right,
Let's
so that's what
ride
we're
out,
doing.
boys.
We're gonna head to Shangswood.
Let's ride out. You see fucking Whalen riding with 2 bombs in each hand. Let's go.
I'll have Ochenga like flying around the area trying to keep an eye on them like docking. And
I gotta give it to you, Matt. This is the most I've ever seen a familiar used in any game in
That's
history.
All right.
I
well,
mean, this is the most I've seen of all time. Yo.
during
that's
as your
crazy,
characters
'cause
hop on.
I'm only gonna use it more. It's like gain levels.
Quindamir lets Ochanga, know to, I guess fly back and let the 2 brothers know that
I don't think
what your characters are planning to do, and then after you take the goblins down,
Oh, empathically, yeah.
then they'll. I don't know what
Well,
the
they
decision
like.
was.
I
Were
don't.
you
We don't. We don't.
still?
We don't even have to. We're not even going to talk to them because they expected us to come back at night anyway. So we're just
Okay.
we're just on the way back. So,
All right.
Yeah, we're just gonna roll up at nighttime and be like, hey guys,
Achanga's
guess
just
you'll never
hovering
guess what
over
we
the
ran
Shanks
into.
wood
All
itself, trying to give us like eyes where
okay.
we don't have because we're on land, like on.
So
know,
you'll
more
be. I
inland.
mean, if you catch
That's
these
it.
goblins, you'll be able to catch them. Like I said, like mid-morning. It's mid-morning, so you'll be able to catch them, and that just leaves. That'll leave the goblins on Thistletop wondering why they're taking so long.
Mm.
To make them wonder.
Good, let them wonder. They can come looking.
He said,
Yeah,
"Let
just
them
keep
come
sending
looking."
small,
Make it easy for us.
small units of goblins, and we just finished them off bit by bit while they just keep sending them to the island to investigate. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
That's like some Metal Gear Solid 5 shit, bro. You just keep weeding people out the
Keep
base,
weeding.
bro. You just weeding the units out the base. You keep recruiting them, putting them on the shit.
You
Oh,
recruit them.
Well, you
So
have the
keep
whole
recruiting
town.
them.
I'm dead.
So your characters get on those horses, start riding.
We start hustling.
Icarus gets told.
Every day I'm
Icarus
hustling.
gets told the plan. I don't know how she's feeling
Do
about
we
all
get
this.
like a slow motion, like cinematic riding sequence?
Let's go the Avengers slow-mo.
Does my fucking
Everybody
coat, does my
jumping up
blue, my
fucking-
blue coat, my blue Verna get to blow in the wind and shit? I
Um,
want a posse cut, man. Damn.
shoot, if I knew that, I'd have had something prepared to play, but I
got
wasn't
no
expecting
rider
this.
Music,
So,
nothing.
I
Some
wasn't
Django music.
expecting-
I don't know.
For real, some Django, yo, for real.
Um,
What I really want to know is that kind of side note. Are we using grease from Pathfinder?
yes.
We are, we're using Pathfinder, right?
Games,
Everything's
do I get to have
Pathfinder.
grease for a minute?
You get path grease, bro.
No, not that one.
I thought we were. Why are
You
we?
made that
never
clear
mind.
the other day. I'm ready to flex.
Shut up, man. I'm jealous. This man got fucking grease
Pathfinder
forever.
grease.
Path grease
my
is
God,
that
the lag.
real grease, bro.
For real. For real.
It's that fucking.
Call that
So
shit silicone.
your characters,
Silicone
your
lube.
characters ride down as fast as you can. They hustle, double moving with your mounts, which you can for about an hour before they get too tired. But that's all you need to get to the spot where Caldum said be. The goblins would probably be docking and going towards. And as you get closer to, you pass Raven Roost and you're getting towards between the Shankswood and Tickwood. You see the goblins in the distance, about 200 feet, and they I mean, it's not like you were stealthing over there. They turn around, hearing your stampeding horses, and they start to scatter. They're trying to run towards the Shankswood.
You done fucked up, Aaron.
Hey, Ron.
Well, hold up. We didn't even get Icarus's thoughts on this.
She don't give a fuck. That's her
No,
thoughts.
no. He nailed that. She doesn't as long as the job gets done.
Nice.
So
Okay.
he nailed that.
There you go. There you go. That was in character. She was doing her fucking nails.
She does not.
Alright, so they're scattering. Are they running in like a group, or are they scattering like for real, like scattering all out?
They no, they don't scatter all out. They try to stick pretty close to each other.
Okay, thank God. Thank God.
They're not like directly. They're not.
Dang,
They're not. They're not side by side. They're just, but they're going towards the same general area. trying to find trying to find some they're trying to find some underbrush and some they're trying to find underbrush and some overgrowth
I bet they are.
and some
I bet
trees
they
to
are.
hide around.
How far are they from us? Because I want to quick draw my bow and fucking shoot one.
Yo, I'm about to be like,
200 feet. So
Can we get a battle
stealth
map
check.
pulled
200
up?
feet. I
What's
don't
up?
have
Where-
one
where-
prepared.
what's
We're
the
gonna have
distance?
to mind's eye theater this.
Spontaneous.
Okay.
Escape.
We're gonna have to use
Mindscape.
we have to go old
Mhm.
school with this, where they just use the mind's theater. Theater of the mind.
Okay, I'm
That's
rolling
what- theater of the
initiative.
mind.
You don't gotta roll it.
you still gotta roll.
No, you gotta roll. It's not. It
Imagine
wasn't. You didn't surprise.
stabbing
You
them
didn't surprise.
Before
Yeah, no.
they
You
It's
roll
not
it-
a surprise. They
Yeah, it's
heard
not a
it's coming.
surprise round. It's just straight up encounter.
Not all this for no surprise round. Wow.
We ran up on them with horses. They heard us coming before we could.
Oh, they did show up. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I had a feeling that was gonna happen.
Maybe if we got there quicker, but this is the best we could do.
Oh my
Mm,
God,
That's still
moving
really good.
Fast,
Oh my
huh?
God, is it +4 or +5?
Oh wait, that's the old 20. Never mind.
Damn it. Is it +5? 4. +5.
Initiative.
Oh, I need to put my spells for the day.
And by the way, as we rolled up on them, Lewis, I focused on one and studied them as my target.
Damn,
Mm.
this man pulled the spectacles out. Was like,
That one.
you have
That
a
one right
this
there.
this
on
this
your
guy
left
this
ass
this
cheek.
guy you didn't even take your turn yet. Hold up. Jeez.
For real.
Well, here's the good news.
Uncle's name is
Here's the good.
Sammy.
Well, here's the good news for you.
Mhm.
Because you're mounted, your mount is the one using the move actions. You don't have to use your move actions.
yeah.
Let's go.
Ooh.
You don't have to
That's
use your
nice.
move actions to move. You're free to use your move actions for other shit since your mount's the one that's moving.
I'm a little jealous that this group got to experience having mounts before the Thursday group, because that's my plan for the Thursday group.
Mm.
But we deserve it more.
We
'cause,
deserve it.
Jeez.
I will say this. I will mark off 4 goblins from the stockade that are not going to be there. So your
Yes.
characters are correct about that. You get to weed some of them out of there.
Nice.
Well, that's useful.
Get them up out of here.
Get 'em.
Yeah.
So how many are left?
You don't know. You don't know what's in the stockade.
22.
Let's ask Quendemir. Quendemir knows.
Yeah, Ochanga counted each one. You know how to count up
Well,
to
only
fucking a
what
million.
Ochana perceives.
smart ass
I give me another geography.
Count them.
What's up?
Geography, man.
Give me a
want
geography.
another one?
I will give some information that could help him figure
Oh,
out.
that's a 19. Come on.
17's good enough.
Nice.
Caldum's pretty aware that Thistletop, not aware, he's knowledgeable in the fact that Thistletop, the stockade that's built, he's like 99% sure that the stockade is not all there is. That there's definitely a lower level to the place. Because the island, don't forget, is it's a huge, like 80-90 foot tall, rocky outcropping, which means there is an underground portion to it. Well, not on the ground, but like there's, inside the rocky formation, most likely they would have dug or have some sort of warrens underneath there.
And that's scary, isn't that? Is that sub-sea level we're talking about?
Well, no, that would be like here's Thistletop.
It's still 90
Here's-
feet up.
here's
So there's
Thistle-
still, yeah.
Like here's Thistletop, like sea level would be here, but you got all this rock,
Okay.
that they could be situated underneath, inside of. I think a history check might help out here.
Damn, I'm assed out on that too.
Did you say history?
Yes. It would be okay. This is gonna be this. Yeah. Roll a history. This is gonna be a pretty high fucking check you'll need.
Let's go.
This is some obscure shit, pretty much.
Come on, Quinn.
This is some pretty obscure shit. Yeah, no. He can't. There's nothing he can recall about that island.
It's too random. Too narrow.
We could just wait till later, man, and you could just take your time and take 20.
Or do some research.
Oh, once he explores the place, he'll have more knowledge of what it could have,
Man,
what it once was. What it
I'm
once
glad
was,
I
but-
took geography at level 3.
That shit came in handy, huh? I wouldn't have thought that would have popped up.
We got Waylon, Icarus, Caldum's at 17, and the goblins are at. Oh, wow. Okay. The goblins are at. Who's? The goblins go second. Quinn to me, you're up.
Well, Quindamir will take out his crossbow and aim for the first one that doesn't seem like he's near anyone in melee or anything like that,
Pop goes to Weasel.
and try to pop him. Yeah.
Okay, crossbow.
Trying to imagine the situation. They're not on the boat anymore, right? They're on ground. They're
Yeah, they're on the they're on the
Yeah,
road.
we're on the ground.
They're like they were like off on the side of the road in a way where like if anybody was coming back one way or the other, they were gonna run towards the edge of the Shankswood and dive in there real quick. Which is what they're trying to do now because they hear all these horses behind them. And they're like, oh shit.
Right. I'm imagining us coming down like a dirt road, and on either side of the dirt road is just pure woods. But ahead, at the very end of this long dirt road, is like where the thistlewood is. You'll see like a bunch of brown, like fucking thorny bushes that rise up to like the size of like almost like a wall. And so the goblins turned around, seeing us coming. They're running towards that, and we're like chasing them on horseback.
Well, no, they're not near the Nettlewood. They're here. You guys are here.
Oh,
between the Shankswood and the Tickwood, and they're running
Oh,
towards
okay.
they're running towards
okay.
they're running towards the Shankswood, which your characters do recall is the home of the Seven-Tooth Goblin tribe.
Oh, they're about to get back up or something. Turn this into all out.
Although those goblins, well, the goblins that ran in there are part of the Thistletop tribe, but they're running towards
they
this.
get along.
They're running
Anyone know
towards
that
the.
about
Normally
goblins?
they
Do
would.
they
Normally they wouldn't
collaborate?
be. Normally they wouldn't be running towards that direction. They'd actually would just run towards the Tickwood. The thing is, because there's this Goblin alliance going on, they feel safe enough to go towards the Seven-Tooth tribe.
See?
Oh, we just gotta stop them.
So, it's just Caldum, Icarus, myself, and Waylon.
Oh, crossbow. That's
how
a,
far
that's
are we, how
that's
far
a,
are we?
that's
Wait, hold
80
up. How far are we from them?
200 feet.
How far are we from them?
200 feet.
We're 200 feet away from them.
Yeah. So
If,
I mean, if you want to take
your action, are we using to get closer to them? We're using the wagon right now.
No, the horse.
No, we're mounted each on a horse.
Oh, we each have our own
Yeah, we haul that.
Horse.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so can the horse move? How many feet? Can he double move?
40 feet.
Yeah, the horse has a run fee for free.
Yeah, the horse can
It's
move.
a heavy horse.
I want to double move into them. And I'm gonna hit them with color spray.
You want to double move into them
Towards them.
That would
and try to get the
well,
biggest
oh,
number of
how far
them
does
with
color spray go? Because if you double move, they're still 120 feet away.
Oh really? Oh, I
Because you're
think
200.
closest
You're
range
currently 200
might be
feet away.
15 feet actually.
You're currently 200 feet away right now.
It's 15 feet. Yeah, of course it is. They're not gonna let that be. No. Oh, I thought I was close enough to hit them with color spray. In that case, then I just don't want them running away and then making this fight harder than it needs to be. So
You can use ranged
and
weapons
then
while you
Caprice is
mount.
close.
If you shoot now, it's a -4 penalty because of the range. You could take a move action, drop it to -2. You could double move. It'll still be at. Actually, no, you wouldn't want to double move. If you double move, it'd still be a -2 penalty plus an additional -4 penalty for taking a double move and trying to shoot. So if your
Yeah,
best,
but he's not the one moving. The horse is moving.
No, I know. It's a when you mount double
Do
moves,
he still takes the penalty?
when you mount double moves, you take a -4 to range attacks because of the vigorous movement. Like it's
That's
extremely
Oh, okay, my bad.
extremely
That's
fucking
what
hard
it
to
is,
shoot while
yeah.
you're on a
Gotcha.
galloping fucking horse. Yeah.
Right. No, I see it now. All right.
So I guess he would be better off taking a move, spending the move action to drop it to
His
-2
best,
since
yeah,
he doesn't need
that's
a
his
move action.
that's his best accuracy if he was to just move 40 feet and then he'll just have -2.
And then
to
giving
his
me
attack.
some combat advice.
So I only have a -2 to my attack right now.
If you
I mean,
spend a
that's what
move
you're doing.
action.
Yeah, if you're doing just one move with the horse, get 160 feet away.
Jesus Christ, this is actually ugly. I don't think it's safe. Quindamir is gonna hesitate. Who's this? I wish I could see who's the next fastest, and I group the turn order doesn't have anything. But yeah, Quindamir is probably gonna not want to. If he's not gonna be able to catch them with his turn, he doesn't want to just be out there away from everybody else. So, gonna have him delay.
Okay. You delay, and the
delay.
goblins start booking it towards the Shanks Wood. They double move 60 feet in the edge of the where the brush and the overgrowth and some trees that they can dive into is just 30 more feet away from them.
Do y'all hear this?
Hold up. But if we're on horses, our movement should be so much faster. Like a double move of 60 feet should be a lot faster than the goblins running 60 feet.
Is it?
That's what doesn't make sense to me.
You got heavy war horses, right?
What? I
No.
thought
No,
we were
we're
running
on just
with-
regular
I
horses.
thought we were running 5 times speed with the mount, as opposed.
Okay,
to
the
double
encounter
movement.
began at 200 feet. The goblins were aware of your coming down the road, so that's when combat began. I rolled it. We all
Oh, you
rolled it.
can't run in combat?
We all rolled initiative. Quindamir chose to delay. The
horse's
goblins
movement is 50 feet.
The goblins. Oh, it's 50 feet. Okay. The
So a
goblins.
double move will be 100.
The goblins are next. They start booking it. So they book double move 60 feet. Towards the edge of the woods. They're about 30 feet away from the edge of the Shanks Wood. And now it's Icarus's turn. They're still
And
they're still 200 feet away. And yeah, Callum, you're right. Your
You can't
characters
double
your
move.
characters
I mean,
are going
hold
towards them. It's just that I don't know. It's
we're
hard.
not close enough.
It's hard to picture. It's all happening at the same time, but because it's turn,
Yeah.
because it's turn based, I have to explain.
But I was just thinking about the
explain it in
speed.
turns. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when
I think I get it.
Quindamir was saying he was gonna double move, I thought he would get a lot closer than just 110 feet.
Yeah, I
Because
thought
they
it was.
saw
I
us
thought it
200
was
feet
40
away.
feet. Matt corrected me. It was 50 feet, so they would be 100 feet away from him if he double moved.
But even if they double move, we still wouldn't be close to them, right? Right?
You'd be 100.
Okay,
you'd
then
be
I'll
100
delay until I.
You'd be 100 feet away.
Okay, then I'll delay until I'm closer.
All right, so you delay until Caldum leads the charge.
I only need to be 100 feet away to get a good shot. But you said I'll get a -2, -4 penalty, or
You were using a bow, so what is it a composite bow, right?
no? It's it's a composite longbow. Yeah.
That's 110 feet.
So I get anything over 110 feet, I get a -2
Yeah, anything between anything between 110
per increment.
anything between 115 and 220 feet would be a -2 penalty. Yeah. Yeah, every increment of 110 feet is -2. So if you or you said you were double moving, or just or
Well, no. If I double moved, I would get a -4
yeah,
penalty.
if
You
you double
said?
move, if you double move, it'd be -4 to the attack.
Okay, no, I'm just gonna do a regular movement
All right, so
to get closer.
you're 150 feet
Be
away
150
from them,
feet out,
and you can take a shot at one of the goblins.
and -2. So I use my studied target. So -2 would give me a +5. Is that a hit?
Let's see, the goblin. Yeah, that was a hit. They do not have only two. That was it. Yeah, that was a hit. They do not have shields.
Yay!
Or should I say they have shields, but it's over their backs. They didn't equip them. They didn't have time. They just started running.
Right.
So 3 points of damage. That caught that goblin in the you hit that goblin in the
I was
kidney.
aiming for his leg.
His leg. You hit him in the leg, and he starts. He's still conscious, but he's like running with a running with this gate now, and his running is this fucking arrow stuck in his leg. All right, and then Waylon's turn. I don't know when you two were delaying. I don't know if you were delaying till after Caldum or after Waylon, but
I'm waiting probably till after Waylon. He's
Alright.
next, right?
now Waylon, you're next. What's he doing?
So range increments basically just imply that everything beyond the increment is going to be a penalty, right? That's pretty much.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanted to roll up on them, get as close as I possibly can, and lob an acid vial at them. Hold on. let me
Acid vials
get
maximum
my-
range increments 50 feet throw, which would be a -10 penalty to the or -8 penalty to the attack, to the range touch attack.
I think I'm gonna take those odds though.
Well, you would have to make sure they're within the double move. That's gonna be 100. You'll be 100 feet away from them.
Yeah, you still have to be within 50 is the max, right?
Now,
Is that what you were saying?
you could. There's enough open space to make a run, but that's all you can do.
Right. I'll make the run,
Well,
and then I'll be all right.
actually no, the horse would make the run. You'd still be able to have your standard action.
Why are we having this conversation now? Didn't I just say that? Like a minute ago, I was like, I'm surprised you can't run in combat.
I thought you couldn't.
You can.
No,
you have
you
to,
can.
but it has to be in a straight line, like a charge, and there has to.
It's like a charge.
Oh, so then if it's a run, then we definitely burn them. Then I mean,
No way.
that's because it would be ×5, so it would
That's
be
why I
50
want the
times
color
5.
spray. Run all the way up there, and I can still color spray. I thought that was a whole advantage of having the mounts use their own movement.
Run.
Oh,
You can
it's
run
50 times 5?
the mount.
Yeah,
taking
it's
the
50
full-
times 5.
You can run as a
yes.
4-round action, which would be the mount taking the 4-round action. When
Yeah.
you run, you can move up to 4 times your speed in a straight line. You lose any dexterity bonus to AC, unless you have the run feat.
Yeah, but the mounts have the run feet, so they got times
So
5.
the mounts get to keep the dex bonus, not the riders though.
Nah, the router's assed out.
Yeah. You can't. Okay, that was the other thing. You can't run across difficult terrain, or if you can't see where you're going. Thing is that I'm now letting you know there is no difficult terrain between. Although I could have been asked.
I wasn't.
You
I
would
didn't even
just
think of that.
you would just stop at the difficult terrain. It's not that big of a deal. Like nothing stops you from running up until the difficult terrain. So
No, I know. I'm saying there's no. Like, if somebody was like, Lewis, is there any difficult terrain between us and the goblins that we have to be concerned about? I'd be like, actually, no, there isn't. You have
I'm tight.
a
I
clear.
wanted to have my 26. I wanted to be godlike. I wanted to run a color spray. I had a plan.
You can
And
still.
you
You can still.
incorrectly.
Oh, you wanted to do that before the goblins started running off.
Yeah, I knew what the fuck I wanted
Okay,
to do.
well,
You
don't
said,
blame me. You could have asked.
50 feet.
I'm
like,
not the only one that needs to
just
know
say
the
you can
run rules.
You can't run in combat.
I never said you.
Rules.
I never said you couldn't. I don't know who said that.
You know how long I've been looking at Fleet of Foot that requires run? That was a raw feat. I scrapped real early because I was like, it's too many extra feet.
Man, you
I
got
switched
a
it long time ago.
smartphone. Fucking look it up. Anyway.
Anyways, he's right.
All right.
I'm about to use that 16. That's my new DC that I rolled for prescience, and I'm color spraying. I'm gonna blast as many motherfuckers as I can. 15
What's
feet
the
where
what's the
face.
cone effect of color spray? It's 15 feet, right?
15 feet. So.
All right, you can catch 2 goblins with it.
2.
Yeah, 2. They're not all 4
I'm gonna
grouped
use
up
my
like
movement.
that. They
I'm
kind of.
I think it's 50%.
They're
of
near
them,
each
isn't it?
other. They're not like side by side. I said that earlier. They're kind of split, but they're still within like I'd say 30 feet of each other. But they're not like
Oh, okay.
yeah. They're not scattering
Lewis,
like
we
roaches.
Can get 3, bro. We can get 3, Lewis. Lewis, we can get 3, bro.
2. Okay. You said you were rolling that for the DC, so that means you're rolling for the DC. I don't know.
I don't have to roll it. I already made my DC 16. You saying? Actually, that's not even the DC. That's just the D20 roll. So that's +5, 21 DC 21. Like,
wait, how does prescience work again? Isn't it you roll it and then when
roll D20 at the beginning of your turn, then you can apply it to any kind of check moving forward. And I'm rolling my DC, which is D20.
So you want to apply it to the DC check? Okay. Okay, just double checking. You got the 21 DC. I'm gonna roll the goblins' will saves, and you can tell me the will.
So look what I'm doing, just so you can have a visual. You need to roll an
20.
extra dice. I knew you were gonna roll. I'm gonna
One goblin said, "Pretty colors." The other one's like, "Fuck that shit."
Damn.
So I'm going to like run up. The horse is gonna run up there 5 times speed, and I'm gonna get to a corner of them so I can hit them as many as I could with my own movement to angle myself to hit a 3rd goblin with color spray. Like, what's going on? Why can't this happen?
I know. It's theater of the I know. It's theater of the mind. The way you were able to position yourself in a way to. Hey, this was 1st edition fucking way they played, man. I have to. I don't have a map.
Bro, this is fun.
It's true. Not even. We did this back in 2E before I started.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we did this back in 2E, man. So you were able to catch 2 of them in there. Angle yourself as you described. To catch 2 of them, and which was the max you could manage to get in there. And so the 1 goblin is unconscious, blinded, and stunned for 2d4 rounds. So that goblin's pretty much fucked up for the rest of the fight. The other goblin managed to pass their will save and was like, "Fuck that, no," and kept running.
Can't believe you rolled the 20.
And what's Icarus doing?
Am I close enough?
Runelords says,
so your mount runs up too, and then
now everyone, we have to come up upon them fiercely once. Then he does his spell casting and goes just blast them with just pretty colors, as you mentioned.
The one
before.
point did we miss? I'm gonna try to daze it. Is that too close? Is that far away?
The one
one that
with
may
what he
okay.
fucking resist. Yeah.
No,
that's that
you
one.
can
Fuck that shit. Wait, what was I doing?
Here, hold up. You just made me
Yeah.
remember something.
What?
Here we go. They have an innate ability resurgence, so reroll their saving throw. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what nonsense. Like, I hate when Lewis says, "I just remembered something" when I'm doing something. Never good.
Just remembered, goblins are immune to all spells.
Can you
That's what I mean, bro.
can you roll a concentration check?
Me?
Both of
Oh,
you.
you're trying to say the
Oh, you
vigorous-
cast it while riding?
Mm-hmm.
God.
Damn, the spell casters. I feel bad for y'all, Brody.
Concentration check due to the vigorous motion will lose the spell. If the mount is running, it's DC 15 plus
DC?
DC 16 for both of. No, you're doing a daze, so DC 16 for you, DC 15 for Icarus.
Look like the other two in the triumvirate are going through
Oh,
it.
you not getting us, big
Icarus
Icarus.
and
You didn't lose.
Gryffindor
You didn't lose.
both
You guys held on to your. You,
in sync.
you were doing your best to keep your movements. You were doing your best to keep your gestures as fluid as possible to make sure your teeth didn't clatter from the fucking
Yeah.
and bite your tongue as you were. You were.
Look at those double 12s right there. Look at those double 12s.
That's hilarious.
And
That's not cool.
yeah, you were both able to let your spell off. Are you rolling the DC or are you keeping it the base, Icarus?
I'm keeping the base.
That's some good experience. This is both of your first times casting while mounted.
Yeah.
Yo, I could just imagine. I could just picture Quinn hits him with the color spray. He's like Icarus, and then immediately the fucking daze.
Dazed. All right, so
That's
the
funny.
goblin that passed the color spray is dazed. So you got two goblins there right now.
Okay.
Although the dazed one can still, they can't take any actions. That's right. Never mind.
Can still defend himself.
Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all they can do. What was Waylon doing? I did all this. I guess they took their shit after the Calvin. What's Waylon doing?
Waylon was riding up. He was taking out an acid flask, popping off the cork and lobbing it, at least in a space where you can try and get at least like the splash damage to hit another goblin.
Now, are you trying to hit the goblins that? Well, none of them are near each other enough for any splash damage. You're gonna have to direct. You're gonna have to pick one to target.
So I'll pick the one that's the one that's closest to getting away to the nestle to Shanks Wood. I know there's one that's
okay. I'll
that's
assume.
stunned, and there's another one that's.
Then I'll assume that's the one that Callum shot. So that's the one that took 3 damage already.
Okay.
He's got the most fear in him, the most adrenaline pumping through his veins.
So he does acid.
All right. Minus. Is it -8? I believe it's -8. -8 to the range touch attack for your mount running.
Damn.
But at least you were able to. At least you were able to get close enough for the range increment to not give you the penalty. They're 10 feet away. Basically 10. The goblin's 10 feet away.
Natural 20. Natural 20.
So -8, and I normally have a +5.
Natural 20. Natural 20.
So that's a -3 total.
He's due for.
Don't you have a
Lewis
bonus
rolled
to?
the 20 because I was being very arrogant.
Hey, hold up. Hey, Matt, before you roll, go get your premium subscription. You can cancel it after.
Okay, yeah, he normally has +5. Yep.
No, that's +5. Yeah, I have to leave off point blank because I'm not anywhere close for that. Or else it would have been +6.
No, +6.
All right, so
Because throw anything gives you +1, and then with splash weapons, firebug gives you another +1. So that's 2, 2 from dex, and 2 from base. It's +6, so -2.
Oh, shit.
Natural
So,
20. Natural 20.
-2.
Boom.
I'll take
Oh,
it.
-1 because you have point blank. Let's not forget
But
that.
I'm not. I'm within 30 feet.
You're within 10 feet.
Oh, let's get it.
I mean,
Point
you
blank.
ran. You ran. You can run up to
I did
200.
the ran.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
times
That's
5.
16.
You
That
run up
goblin
That's right.
dead.
You run up to 200
16.
feet, but you stopped at 190, so you can be within 10 feet. So 16.
Alright,
Touch
so he
attack
caught
is
that.
16.
Point
Yeah, he
blank.
caught that. He caught that, and he fucking his face fucking melted off, and one goblin down, 3 to go. The other 2
Alright.
are, I guess that's everybody's turn because he delayed and he did. So everybody's turn. The goblins. So one goblin double moves into the woods. The other 2, one's dazed, and the other one's fucking done because it's unconscious. So it's just the one that ran into the is now in the woods. What do the 4 of you do? I might as well just have all 4 of you just go at once.
Well, so I'm what 150 feet away on my turn still.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to do my regular move to get within 100 feet. Now I don't have that penalty, and I've shifted my fucking
You can still see the
whatchamacallit,
goblin,
study target.
but it's because it's moving. I'd say it has cover if you were trying to shoot it.
No, I'm not going for that one. I'm going for the one that's dazed.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to use my studied target on it. And let me see, what else did I have?
You're 50 feet closer, so you're just 100 feet away, and
yeah,
make your attack.
Boom.
That's a hit. You can roll damage.
Get him about it.
Goodbye.
Took him out.
Good night. Good night.
Took him out. Well, he's disabled. Might as well say he's taken out. That motherfucker.
Ta-ta.
So there's the one unconscious
And after I
goblin.
shoot that one, I yell out to Waylon and Quindamir, I leave that last one to you.
All right.
My brothers.
So it's just now the unconscious one next to Quindamir or near Quindamir.
You too, Icarus.
And then there's the goblin that's in the woods, which characters can still have line of sight to, though if you were to make any ranged attacks, it's gonna have cover.
I was just too far away. I was concentrating on my shots.
Well, he'll take out his spear and he'll go chasing after it.
Shit. Stabbing into the fucking bush.
See, all right.
Fucking start poking.
He takes out his spear. You start to I say you double move in there. I'd say you're about 30 feet away from it now. No, I say you're 40 feet. I say it was 100 feet, and it ran. Okay, I say about 40 feet away from it, as it's diving between it's trying to dive into it's running between bushes and trees, and it's trying to find a place to maybe dive into and get away, or place to climb, whatever. It's like you can tell it's frantically running through the woods. You're getting chased. I don't know. What's Icarus doing? Icarus is meditating. Okay, so
She's reshaving her head.
So I'm gonna have the goblin try one thing.
Oh no. What's going on? This motherfucker's gonna be like Aaron Yeager, bite himself and transform and shit.
What's
See
your
the goblin bite down on his hand.
She turns to a kaiju goblin. Like, all right.
Huge spine comes out of its back.
Um. Well, just want to make sure. I think it's against your CMD. No, no. Just why is it always doing that? Thank you. Yes.
Every time Lewis says, "Why is it always doing that?" I feel like he's saying, "Why can't I one-shot my PCs?"
No, no. I every time I look this up, it takes me to fucking Starfinder instead of Pathfinder. It's like,
It's Antonio. He put a fucking bug in your fucking computer because he wants to play it so bad.
oh, it's under. It would be under stealth. Don't know why. Well, I guess it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I got to step away for a little bit, so I don't think I'm going to be in the next round of combat anyway, because I think it's about to be over. So I got to step away for a sec.
Nah.
Okay, make a sense motive check. Waylon.
Oh, I'm supposed to make
Yeah.
a sense motive check.
Yeah, I forgot to say.
Alright, hold on. Sense motive for me is +0. This man is not too good at sense motive. All right. 13.
So as the goblin's diving between like bushes and going around trees and whatnot, it you kind of lost track of it for a second, and then realized, and then you saw some, then you heard movement nearby, and you look over there, but then you stop and you look back towards where you were originally going towards, and you notice the goblin trying to run in the fucking other direction. It was trying to create a diversion to throw you off and hide somewhere, but failed. So, lost the standard action with that, so it just moves another 30 feet away. Since you're the one that's dealing with this, I guess it's up to you to you catch up to it, and I guess you can attack with your spear. You have an additional +1 bonus to the attack, being mounted, and attacking him on the ground.
Attack. You almost had me. Stab with the spear.
Right, because if you failed, then I would have rolled what would my stealth would have been? Been like, guys, I fucking lost them. They'd be like, what? Oh shit. That's a decent. That's an almost average stealth. You still might have probably been able to see it, maybe. I don't know how good his perception is. He probably would have possibly lost it. Like, I fucking lost him.
Alright, so +3. 9. And the horse gets an attack too.
The horse is not trained for combat. It's a riding horse. That's gonna be some handle animal shit.
Really? Because under what you call it, under the heavy horse for Pathfinder,
is it a war horse or a horse? The war horses are the ones trained for combat. The the regular
Am I tripping?
horses, like you gotta handle animal them to get them to want to fight because they're more flight than fight.
Yeah, I know that's the way it is in D&D. I guess I might be tripping. I thought when I looked up the horse, I looked on the one there thing. Archives of Nethers.
And then on top of that, you need to make a ride check even if you did get it manage to. Although to get the horse to also want to attack, that he doesn't have handle animal. He's not going to pass.
I got handle animal. I don't? No, I don't. I got knowledge nature. No, I could have sworn I got handle animal because I use it to harvest poison. Hold up. Handle animal. +1. Not so good.
Oh, you got a 9. Okay, the 9 was a miss.
Whiff.
The it's a spear. The
It's a
goblin
spear.
goes to make a. He does a. Roll another sense motive.
Sense motive. Sense motive. He got me. Sense motive.
Roll perception. Oh, you do got some pretty good perception there. Oh, it's just stealth.
Path Elvin. Got them eyes and senses.
So he successfully created a diversion to hide. So he like rushes. He looked like he was gonna like attack, and like you were maneuvering your mount, and trying to like see where he's at, but then you didn't see him anymore. And you're like, huh? And like you realized that he. The checkout was made at. Oh, it's made at a -10 penalty. Okay. You realize you almost lost sight of him, but you managed to catch him just in time. What he had done is like he actually like ran underneath the legs of the mount and tried to like dive into a behind a nearby tree, but you caught him just in time. But you almost lost him. You almost lost him for a second. So with that, you move over to where he ran towards and can make another attack.
Here you go, Lewis. I'm reading it. All right, so heavy horse. A heavy horse gains the advanced simple template. In addition, it also gains a bite attack that inflicts 1d4 damage, and its whose damage increases to 1d6.
Okay.
With a light horse, as with a light horse, a heavy horse can be specifically trained for combat with the handle animal skill.
Yeah. You didn't get the war horse though. You didn't.
I got the heavy horse.
Yeah, you got
That's
the
not
heavy
the
horse.
war horse. It's a heavy horse.
Well, yeah. It says they
That's what I
can
got.
be. Yeah, it says they can be trained for combat, but they weren't trained for combat. The ones that are trained for combat cost more. You bought the riding horse. You bought the draft horses, the ones that like pull wagons.
Oh, okay. I thought. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's always been like that.
All right. Okay, so He tried to trick me, and it didn't work because of my perception. And so is it my go again?
Yeah, you make an attack. No, that's another miss. This is gonna be.
Alright.
I mean,
Dun, 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 dun.
another sense mode. I mean, we're just gonna rinse, wash, repeat. Another sense mode until it successfully hides.
Well, what that instead of 13, that's just a flat 10.
That's a flat 10. Okay, it failed.
Perception. Oh, it failed. Okay.
It just takes it. Actually, no, it's fucking scared of the goddamn horse and everything.
My attack.
Take attack of opportunity.
13 miss.
Yeah. The attack of
Miss the
opportunity
attack of
missed.
opportunity.
I guess you.
My
I guess
normal attack.
you move over to it and catch up to it again because it moved away. You failed your attack of opportunity. Now make another attack.
I did 17.
Okay, that's a hit. Roll damage. This one good guy, this goblin giving you the runaround all over all over the forest.
Dude, dipping, son. Dipping and diving and rolling and all sorts of shit.
That's just like a horror film for the goblin. Goblin POV. Here's that heavy horse breathing. Roll damage.
1d8 plus 0. It's 1d8. Give me that full damage.
And you stab it through its back
Yeah.
and drop it. Alright, goblins are taken care of. Your characters have succeeded. And
What's up?
you've done...
Whaley comes out of the woods huffing and puffing like... That goblin is that was a tricky one. He was slippery, this man. Ooh, give me a second.
And I'm assuming Caldum coup de grace, the fucking unconscious one. Or whoever wanted to. But I know Caldum would be first in line.
We can make our way back to camp.
So we took care of those goblins, and yeah, well, not even camp. You go back to town.
No, yeah. And
Go
of
back-
course, you gotta loot them. You know, you can't just leave them out there with all that gold and shit.
You notice they were like, I mean, they had dropped it and ran. They were carrying, like some, some rudimentary tools and some rope,
Okay.
to, because they look as Ochenga had reported, the goblins looked like they were ready to like go and repair the bridge from the other side.
Right. So they will have tools. That makes sense.
I'm back.
And I guess yeah. Now your characters wait till closer to about 2 hours before the sun sets, so that when you get there, it'll be dark.
Nighttime.
As for Rakim and Nasir, you both easily figured out that your allies have successfully dealt with the goblins that was going to come in your area soon, which would have been
Nice.
which would have been a little risky because it would have been a possibility they would have spotted you there, especially if they grabbed their both your characters realized they could also, when they arrived there, they would have grabbed their goblin dogs that were tied up, and those goblin dogs would have been like, I smell them. But those goblins never showed up. They never showed up, and
Because
all
Matthew
whole day
would
went
have been
by,
like,
and
Yeah.
the goblins never showed up. So you realize that your group was successful in that endeavor, and you can notice across on Thistletop,
Oh,
a few of the goblins trying to repair the bridge as best as they can. It's going to be slower because they don't have the help that they need. But they're trying, and they're arguing a lot, and you can make out their argument being like, "Where are they?" And they're like, they must have went and did some other dumb shit." And like they sound
can we
pissed.
throw the
They
hands
sound
back
pissed about
over?
the other group. Like
They walk by the whorehouse again. Oh
like,
no.
they're like, "Do you think the harp?" Then one of them's like, "Do you think the harpies might have eaten them?" They're like,
Damn, that's right. They got the harpy issue.
Yeah,
so
and I think in the water.
so they're trying to repair the bridge with just what they got on the other side, and you do hear one of them yell out, "We might have to use our last boat." And they're like, "Well, let's ask the bosses first." And then so like one of them had like gone inside.
Bosses.
One of them went inside, and
Plural. Bosses.
but
Why they
those
got
were
fucking upper management, bro?
those were those were bits and pieces that you got. I mean, there was other things they were like saying, but you couldn't, they weren't yelling it, because they're quite a distance away. They're like 100 something feet away from where you're at, 120 feet or something.
Bosses.
But
they got to go talk to Goblin HR and shit.
They got
Right.
the nerve to say bosses plural
so
so casually.
let's see. Nightfall. The sun starts to set, which is the cue for you and Nasir to descend down the cliffs to meet further down the cliffs, because your characters don't want to deal with the bunyip again. Further down the coastline, I should say. So you climb down the cliffs so that you can head over to the coastline where they'll pick you up. And there's enough light where you can see them. You don't see. You go down the coastline enough. You climb down the cliffs and you go down the coastline enough. So that Thistletop is like pretty far in the distance, and there's a bend along the coast where it'll take anybody looking out, from Thistletop, even from that distance, they wouldn't really spot the boats coming, near the shore. And you do see two rowboats making their way towards you, towards the two of you, and as they get close enough,
downtown.
as they get close enough, you
I
see
put
that
my
it is
thumb
the
out.
rest of the group.
Put my thumb out doing the hitchhiker sign.
I stick my leg out. Like, you going my way, bitch.
And as you dock at the shoreline so that they can get on, the bunyip pops out and eats half the boat. Now we stop.
Don't tempt me,
Awesome.
bro. I will fight that bunyip to death right now.
Some jaw shit.
We are staying away from that little cavern.
The
Fuck that.
your monks
Alvin has
your
PTSD.
your monks have been keeping an eye out on the shores just in case, and you realized over time that the bunyip's probably not going to be coming around this area, because I think somebody passed a high fucking check earlier with the bunyip, so your characters know that because they were apparently feeding it down the fucking hole and into the little sea cove that it fucking was chilling in. It has no reason to go out and really hunt. It's just expecting for more food to fucking fall down the pit, or at least be near the cave. So But once there's no food
Mm.
dropping down that hole anymore, it's gonna go back to hunting along the coastline. But today's not that day, and you yeah, get on the boats, and nightfall comes. The stars are up, the moon is out. Um,
Bro,
can-
that completely is like one of those things, those like unforeseen side effects of an adventuring party. Is now there's a fucking hungry bunyip being a predator on the fucking coastline. You know,
That's
like,
fucking sad.
we're doing good, but we really fuck shit up for fishermen, you know?
That might fuck things up later on in the campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, you go to Sandpoint.
As we're
and
celebrating our
you go to
victory,
you go to
Bunyip
you
comes
go
out.
to you go to Sandpoint. And you go towards the docks. The fishermen are all pissed off. I lost my cat. I lost my whole fucking catch. What happened?
I-
This
I
fucking
can't remember
bunyip
the
came
name
out
of
of
it.
nowhere.
I can't remember the name of
was
it, but there was some
huge.
podcast
Biggest one
I
I've
was
ever
listening
seen.
to where like it was a D&D campaign, but the whole premise was that their adventuring group, there was already like a legendary adventuring group that like ran through a campaign, and their adventuring group was like picking up the pieces
So damage
of
control.
all the shit that the
Yeah.
larger group did.
Yeah,
Like,
D&D
That's funny
damage
as hell.
controls.
Hey, that's a pretty dope campaign.
it
Right.
was pretty fucking funny.
Right.
I just decided on a name for the wagon. The Hungry Bunyip.
Fuck you, brother.
I'm telling you, still, you know, you're a bomb maker. It's the bang bus, bro.
Wow.
Oh god. Alright, let's move the map over.
Got some rowing music. Let's go.
Samuels, I think you're muted. I thought I saw you talking. I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, he is muted.
Unless he ain't talking to us. I don't know.
Alright. In the distance, those with low light vision can still see clearly. There's enough starlight and moonlight. Luckily, the goblins
That's
don't
so
have
cool.
such vision.
Thanks.
Mm.
I can hear you now.
But it looks like the elves and half elves in the group are able to see not just clearly, but even better. Well, I think you just see you with low light, yeah, in the environment you can see as well as if it was just a sunny day.
Can't see shit.
Yeah, the rest of you can see. The
No,
rest
I
of you
can.
can either see perfectly in the dark up to 60 feet, and beyond that you can make out. It's low light. There's enough moonlight and starlight to like everything's bashed in like a night, like a night shadows or whatever. It's concealment, not completely pitch black, but definitely concealment level kind of vision. Things in the things will have like 20% miss chances if there was any attacks. Also, with it being concealment, it's good for making stealth checks.
Nice.
If you're not trained, all right.
That's what that goblin was trying to do to me, pretty much.
Yeah, you're trying to give the.
What? Oh, the goblin.
But he couldn't
Yeah,
escape
he was
the bang
there.
bus.
The goblin was trying to create a diversion to hide and then stealth like into like some bushes or behind the tree, and then you would have been you were trying to roll perception checks to find it, it was gonna keep making stealth checks to move further and further away, which would have made the perception checks even harder. You'd be like, "Where the fuck did he go? Where is he? Where is he?" We got the Waylon drinks a mutagen of fucking strength, fucking turns into Batman. Where is he?
Nah, but see, he forgets just like Batman, I got mad skills, so I would have fucking tracked that motherfucker because I got survival.
All right, so
that's the unfortunate. That's the unfortunate.
Not your utility belt.
The Christian Bale Batman. That's
So
the
the-
unfortunate side effect.
the ones with low light vision, you are able to see some activity towards more the front of the stockade, and you don't really see anything at the top of those 80-foot cliffs, wet cliffs, towards the back end of Thistletop. So you're currently in the clear, as you slowly row your way towards that area. So I should move the characters around. Let me grab these two. You hear the fucking boat creaking and shit.
Yeah, I like the sound, man. It's fucking dope.
Ambient, right?
You hear a loud ass.
I use the restroom. I'll be right back.
You start to hear a song in the distance. Guys are like, "What? Not now! What the fuck? Where the fuck these harpies come?" Nah, you don't hear.
Yo!
I will say, as you were passing by the cormorants, you did see a couple of harpies flying above the trees, but they never came your way. They never came your way. So.
Oh shit! He said they weren't interested, yo.
They decided not to sing either.
So we're too weak.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, low key, that's disrespectful.
They said, "Yo, us Harpies got standards, yo. Fuck out of here."
You mean to tell me these goblins are more edible than we are? Wait a minute, don't disrespect me.
Yes.
All right.
Don't need any more.
Icarus is like, just eat me.
Your characters row up towards the side of the cliffs here at towards the rear of Thistletop, and we've already established that the climb DC was 15, even with the there's enough handholds and outcroppings to climb, even with the water, even with the dampness of the rocks. It was anybody pretty decently skilled at climb can slowly make their way up, which meant Nasir and Calvin were the two that can just take 10 on their way up.
As long as there's no bunyips.
As long as there's no, as long as there's nothing attacking you, no bunyips or nothing attacking. But you get up, and as you get up, you find a spot where you can take your pythons and hammer them into the ground with the rope wrapped around it, and lower the rope down towards the rest of the crew that's on the boats below. The DC for climbing the rope with the cliffs to brace against is real low. It's DC 5. I'm pretty sure every character here can take 10 on it.
Okay, I can take that. That puts me at 9.
Visions.
You know.
Push you at 9. Yeah, you're fine. As long as you go over 5, you're
I got 5.
steadily climbing up and over. And we will put your characters all up here, and yeah, you have you have full range of where you want to position your characters and move about.
I'm just saying, both campaigns so far required us to be athletic as hell. Like, this is crazy. I'm playing 2 fucking spellcasters with a -1 in climb, and I'm gonna make us climb cliffs.
Get your ass in the gym.
Man!
You know?
You
better do a crunch.
That's sucks on Thursday.
How we want to do this, boys?
Yeah. Next question.
So this whole section here was like open to the sky.
Where the goblin dogs are
In
at,
the
yeah,
middle?
that's open to the sky.
Yeah.
You can climb the walls of the stockade. I think I did mention the DC to that before, which is the walls of the stockade itself can be scaled. It's a DC 20 climb check.
Even with a 20, I'm not making that.
That's crazy.
You do
That's
have
a
rope.
lot.
Yeah, I do. I have rope. I mean, I could probably get up.
Yeah, the ones that can't climb over, they'll just send the ones that can and throw the rope down.
That's true.
Right.
Although you are aware, climbing into the courtyard of a stockade, you got the goblin dogs to deal with.
If they climb in, like onto this roof, right? He doesn't have. They don't have to like jump in there.
Oh
right?
no, yeah, you can climb onto the rooftops of the stockade and instead. So pretty much
You shoot
all.
them from there.
I'd say pretty much the only thing that annoys
But
me
I don't
is
know,
they didn't
hopping
tell me how fucking high the goddamn ceilings were in the place. The only thing I know that's tall are these two towers. I'm gonna draw a
They gotta be
Oh, yeah.
decently tall if it's a DC 20. That's gotta be fucking.
Right.
So this tower,
Alright.
which I know the fog of
And
war,
also
I know
like
the
some
fog of
people.
war is blocking some of that. And this one out here, the two orange squares are lookout towers. Those are 30 feet up.
Hey, do we know?
I will say the rest of the place is about 10 feet up.
these doors that go in.
Yeah.
Is it like a gate? Is it like what kind of setup is it? Do they open inward? Do they open outward?
The place is set up where it's been over time just over time pretty haphazardly put together from leftover wood from broken down ships. Pretty much whatever wood that the goblins could muster over the years that the Thistletop goblin tribe has been here, for a pretty long time.
So we can set it on fire.
The wood is too wet.
It's wet, yeah. Said that last time.
Okay.
But do the doors open inward or outward? And are there handles and shit? Like, how's it
They're like
specifically?
old doors that are they're hooked on pretty, they're hinged on there. They're not pretty. They're simple doors. They're not anything like too sturdy, or they don't really have any locks on them or anything. It looks like they even look mismatched. Like, it looks like they took like two doors that they managed to find and then managed to like put it on hinges and hook it up to the front of the building.
I'm just thinking if they open inward, if we could somehow we get up there.
Can I
Tie
Can
a
I
rope
pick the
to it
lock?
and fucking hold them shut, so we could take care of whoever's outside without people coming behind us.
can I pick
But
the
I don't even
lock
know what.
and open the door?
There's no lock.
Oh, no,
Well, actually, no. Wait, are you characters even there?
No,
Yeah,
not yet. That's
that
what I'm
not
saying.
yet, yeah.
But he flew around it before. That's why I was just asking if.
Oh,
if And we also got to see who's up there anyway.
No,
but
that
I'm just-
I thought
Alchanga never
Wayland was up against the
Alchanga
door.
never saw the door locked. In fact, the door was partially
Okay.
open. It was partially open.
Was it open inward or outward?
Outward. Outward.
Okay. Can't hold the shut that way. All right.
So can we stealth around, because I know they got those open areas, right? So can I roll stealth check?
Yeah. We
Or
gotta...
once I get to like over here or whatever, like I want when I stealth around. Like when do I need to roll stealth?
I will have you roll stealth the minute you spot an enemy. The possibility you bump into each other and not even realize it.
Mm.
In fact, roll a perception right now.
Perception. Okay.
Everybody.
No, just Cal them at the moment.
Perception.
Okay. You can hear something rustling in the thickets around the corner of the tower where you're at.
Like here? Or
Like
or are you talking about like over here?
right here. I mean, you can't see exactly where. That's the general direction that you hear it's coming from.
No, I didn't see where you tapped. I didn't see anything.
Oh, okay. I was pretty much here.
Okay, okay. Let's see. Shit. I mean, can I roll stealth now to go around?
I would dive into as long as you have cover or concealment. Yeah. The goblins have dark vision, so if they spot you out in the open, that's it. I would definitely use
Gotcha.
some, either the thickets that you
So
can see there on the map, or
Can I dive into the thickets?
yeah.
Into the thick of it.
All right, make us. I'll have you roll the stealth. All right.
Oh wait, minus one.
Oh,
On that,
from
so
the
it's actually
armor,
20.
So 20 from the armor.
Yeah, from the armor. Yeah. I didn't give myself my penalty. Oh.
Okay,
fuck.
so what you?
Oh, wait, that's two separate.
Oh, actually.
That fucked me up. I thought it was 18.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Might be fucked up.
Perception.
It's 16. We don't know what his perception is. The dog saw you, bro.
Fuck that dog.
16 before bonuses. Bro. Ruh-roh.
So you dive into the thickets and you lay low, and you can see a goblin riding a goblin dog doing a patrol. This goblin is equipped with studded leather, is wielding a masterwork horse chopper, not in hand, but it's hooked over its back, and also hooked
Damn,
over
they
his
got
shoulder.
goblin artisans out here making masterwork horse choppers. Let me find out.
You see,
Shit is
and
engraved and personalized.
it's got a short bow and some arrows. You've encountered these goblins that were similar to this before in Sandpoint with similar training. They are the Goblin Commandos.
Ooh, my favorite.
And while the Goblin dog's just like sniffing around and just looking around there. They didn't really it didn't see you, but it sniffs the air.
Oh,
And
Damn, son.
filthy elf.
now as for the commando's like it says in Goblin. What is it, Ricky Dick? What? He looks around and he looks towards the bushes.
Which I understand.
Yeah, you understand. And like he looks in your direction and he squints his eyes. And he reaches over his back for the bow. And he's like, "Who's over there?" It passed its perception.
Well, if it really if it's having trouble seeing me though, I wonder if I could yell back in Goblin and try diplomacy.
Oh no! Back in Goblin. No, it sees you.
Not for those goblins is over here. I need the bush like us goblins do.
Um,
me, limp dick.
So here's the situation. Initiative is going to be
Recognize
rolled.
me, it's Filthfoot.
So, if it's not taken down quickly, the Goblin Commando will raise the alarm.
Fine by me, let's rock.
Where's everybody else at? They're all up there. Okay.
I mean, yeah,
I was scouting out ahead.
he didn't see nothing. I got no dark vision, so as far as I know, he just wandered off.
Ah, yeah, you don't have dark vision. The only people with dark vision
You don't
is
have dark vision?
Icarus,
Nope.
Nacier, Quindamir, and Wayland can see just fine under the low light condition. And so can Caldum. You all have low light vision, and Ochanga. I guess your character's up ahead, behind him. You can hear, faintly.
Motion of the ocean.
You can hear faintly. Yeah, because of the I was gonna say because of the waters below and kind of drowning out his voice a little bit. But you can hear it like making some kind of call out in Goblin. And Caldum looks pretty. Caldum's in a stance right now, like ready for a battle.
So, if that's the case, I'm popping that mage armor potion, and I'm gonna start making my way down.
All right. I would roll initiative.
I guess along the wall or whatever.
Yeah, I don't speak Goblin, so I'm punching the air right now.
Fucking bullshit initiative.
Oh, what?
Why?
No.
You were very
Thought I got
surprised
those
that
out of the way.
you were very surprised that he caught you, and he's gonna surprise you. You're like, and he's like, ah!
Just so you know, as I was scouting, I had both my weapons out. So that matters for my AC.
Nasir got some wild though.
You'll have the shield bonus to the AC then. Because you're in some concealment, there's a 20% miss chance that he'll miss you anyway.
Oh yeah, guys, when I got back, I handed you the potions. Obviously, that belonged.
Yeah.
To you guys, yeah.
So I didn't even ask. I just said I'm popping it already. Shit's about to go down.
Are you able to see your?
about to-
Are you able to see your icons in the initiative thing?
I don't
No, it's
see
still showing the
mine.
last.
No, I
Still
don't
showing
see
from the last one.
So none of you can see your icons in the initiative order.
Oh no, I
I
can
see
see
it, but
it.
it says
It's
I see
the
zero.
my
last.
icon. Yeah.
Oh, you can see.
The last
Oh,
initiative.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, just making sure. Well, because if I copy your tokens and bring it to another map, I have to like re-put it. I have to re-add it to the initiative order. Otherwise it won't show. So I wasn't sure if it was visible or not. Okay.
The only one I can't see is I can't see Nasir's name or Ochanga's name on that.
Really? Oh, okay.
Everyone else I could see.
That's weird. I'll fix that. Quindamir got 27. Nasir
I don't see
got
Quindamir's
18.
name either.
Waylon got 18. What did I get for the goblin? Did I even add him to the goblin? Got 9. Rakim got 18.
I got the 18.
You both got 18. You got higher dex though, so you go before Nasir. You got 7. And what
I just needed to roll a 3 to beat the commando
am I
on
missing-
initiative.
I'm missing Icarus. Icarus, what'd you get? Icarus didn't roll yet. Icarus did not roll.
Come on, Sticky Icky.
Actually, those Icarus has been gone for a while. Are you there, Tony?
I think he's trying to say something. I saw him highlighting on Discord.
You've been
Oh, there we
muted
go.
the whole time. Deal.
I don't see the initiative order on mine though. I don't see.
I see it
there we
on
go.
mine.
Thank you.
I see it now.
I see it now. Okay.
Oh, now I hear you.
Are we making our climb up here? Are we doing that? Is that what
We're rolling initiative, homie.
Oh,
I got spotted.
damn, that's crazy. Let's go.
Yeah, had to be the commando. If that was just the regular warrior goblin, it would have missed. It would have. The only reason the commando's out here is because they were short on staff. I wonder why.
You go pick up Pepper.
The supervisor.
You got sudden mandatory overtime.
So we got
Yeah, that's exactly that Dave was talking about before.
I'm dying right now.
You know when you do something and it affects the campaign, the butterfly effect.
That's crazy.
He said the fucking supervisor.
I was so
had to
excited
come
to
out.
ambush these goblins, and it's leading to my own demise here.
Oh, that is just wonderful. That is wonderfully just
Classic.
poetic.
This guy.
I'll turn my camera back on.
Oh, I forgot to put Icarus is 9. Okay.
9.
No, not the commando. The fuck? 9. Oh, no, obviously Ochanga is just gonna have. Same initiative. Alright. Round 1. There's obviously no surprise on either side. So we go in initiative order. Quindamir. No surprise. You're up first. For you have foreseen the enemy. That was it.
Got him out, Ochanga. Go. Gonna send Ochanga across the map. See what's going on in the back. I mean, I know you're giving us vision, but that's obviously real. It's meta. So I'm gonna make it more realistic.
Alright, so she's flying about, and she can see two goblins riding goblin dogs in this towards the front door area, and she can see uh, this goblin dog. Actually, no, I need to mount a goblin there. Which one? Okay, one at this tower. Yeah, hold on. Just rearranging the goblins since four of them called off work. No show. No call, no show.
No call, no show.
Do an AWOL.
AWOL.
Alright, and they see the two up front, and Ochanga can see one making their way towards the back of Thistletop, but on the opposite side from where you guys are at. So they're like patrolling in that direction.
Well. Gundamir will tell you. And also, this is open, right? So he could see that too. Gundamir gonna say, this island is surrounded with enemies. 4 goblin dogs are just right behind this wall. They are unattended, but there are at least 4 around the opposite perimeter that
also
are mounted by goblins and what seems like, I wouldn't call them goblin command, the more aggressive goblins among their ranks. What is this, by the way? This has been bothering me for a minute.
The goblin dogs in the courtyard are sleeping.
In here.
Yeah.
This is the goblin commander that spotted me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all this right, down here? Yeah.
He just iterates all that to you guys so that y'all have some actual. Okay, that's what it looks like.
I was in that OG pose right there, yo.
I know, right? Like he just dropped.
Like, yeah, I ate after midnight and had water dumped on me, bitches.
He's like, you in the wrong part of town, fool.
Where you from? Where you from? Where your mama stay?
Yeah.
What doing around here, Holmes?
Yeah. Going to go over here.
Que paso, güey? Ese.
If I go around here,
goblins with Mexican accents. Yeah, I'm dead. Alright, you trying to go which way? Okay.
Grindamir's gonna ready an action for any possible threat that might come towards him to hit them with daze, and he's done.
Alright. Trigger is enemy within range to cast daze. Okay.
Well, I like that. Good backup there.
Seeing as how your AC is
looking out.
So damn low.
And we have Nasir and Rakeem. Nasir, what do you do?
Guess I'll just move up. Move up to here.
Moving there.
Yeah, that's all.
Can you give them sleeping icons, Lewis? let me know that they're asleep and they're not actually a part of combat. Making me nervous.
Well, they can't
How
get
far
they
open
can't
is it?
get to you guys anyway. They're locked up in that courtyard.
How far can I move?
How
40
tall?
And can I climb this?
Right now, combat's
You want
only
to
with the Goblin Commander.
climb that? That's a 30-foot tower
Oh, okay.
at DC 20.
There's no ladder or anything around.
No,
How do goblins get up?
there's
From inside.
there's probably stairs on the inside.
Yeah, so.
All goblins can teleport.
Oh, I forgot.
I don't know, that OG one might be able to.
Right.
Oh, I just forgot. Remember.
Sitting up in the tower, Holmes, I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, man. Where's I was behind Quindon, man.
Why is the damn goblin a cholo?
That's 6, yeah, that's fine.
All right. Oh,
I'm
so
good.
move action there. Doing anything with your standard?
Nope.
Okay, Rakeem, what are you doing?
Well, you said if he's not taken out now, he's sounding the alarm, right? Ain't shit I can do to get to him. So, was I able before this started to pop that potion, or do I have to do that now?
If he like,
The mage arm.
I was
You
say,
said you popped it when you
you can
climbed
say
up
you
top,
popped
right?
it. Like when you got up top, you're like, well, it lasts. I mean, it lasts
All right.
an hour. Well, no, yeah, an hour. So you probably popped it when you got up there. So I will say it's already on.
Oh,
You can
so-
mark it off.
All right. I'm just gonna double move and be right next to fucking Calvin. Fuck it.
There we go.
Matter of fact, I'll go right here.
I'm surprised you can't.
Hug in the
attack
corner.
one goblin. Attack him, but get in range.
I can't get to it. I can't move and then charge, he said, so.
Yeah, but
That's
just
just
remember
waiting
that
for
we know there's a lookout window right there where that orange circle is.
Mhm.
So him coming towards us is advantageous.
Yeah, but he said he was gonna sound the alarm if we didn't kill him quick, so.
But he's
Pretty sure.
coming towards me. That's the thing. He spotted me, so he started making his way towards me. Right? That's what you said, right, Lewis?
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's there, and he's pulling his bow out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Alright, so I'm
You
gonna
like
stand.
wanna
I'm gonna
investigate and then just.
Well, in the middle.
I'm gonna hug the
I said
corner.
in the middle of pulling his bow out while everybody else is advancing. All right, he moves. I think you get there in one move, right? It's 8 squares. I think. Or was that a double move?
double.
Double.
'Cause
Waylon.
I was all the way back. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, yeah.
You see both Nicia and Rakeem quickly moving in. There's some activity up ahead. They rush themselves down there as Kaldum. That as you can slightly hear the goblin, and Kaldum looks braced, ready to get violent.
Looks like the boys are going to be needing some backup. So he has his mutagen in one hand and the extract in the other. He kind of weighs between the two, decides to go with the extract. Drinks the extract of shield.
All right, that'll last 3 minutes.
I'll mark that off. And then after that, he will take his move. 20, 25, 30. And done.
Icarus. Icarus. Icarus is like, oh, there you go.
I'm trying to think what I want to do. I'm gonna move here. I really can't do much from here. I'm gonna move there, and then I will cast shield on myself.
Shield it up too.
Alright, 3 minutes for the both of you, plus 4 shield bonus to your armor class.
Let's get it. That's the last round, by the way. I'm gonna have to go after this one. Time went by real quick.
Right.
We started on time too, and it still flew by.
Yeah.
The Goblin Commando. Alright. Did Rakim... He has cover. Did Rakim wanted to... Did he want to make a stealth check after ending there, or just doesn't care?
Oh,
if he's
sure,
seen
yeah.
there?
If I can. I said I was kind of hugging the wall, trying to not be completely seen. But
Okay. Yeah. Since that was a full movement, you can roll stealth with a -5 penalty to the check, and I'll roll his I'll roll the goblin's
-5, so
perception.
that's a plus. -5. Yeah, he sees my ass. Shoot. Try it.
Yeah.
Oi.
Yeah, he spotted Rakim at the corner. Freaks out. Like, oh. The goblin's like, looks taken aback, seeing that there's more than one enemy hiding there. And, he screams out. You're the intruders! And he, like, screams out towards the, like, he looks up. So that his voice carries up towards where the tower's at.
Oh, fuck, man.
And
God damn it.
So he takes a shot at Rakim, who has an additional +4 to his armor class because of cover.
Oh, so 28.
Right.
Knew I should have made some invisibility potions.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't.
Takes a shot, and it like hits the corner of the stockade as you like duck behind it. That shit says 16. It slowly rolled to a 3. What the fuck? I thought it was a 16. I'm like, wait, and I look, and it turned into a 3. Alright, so the arrow didn't hit the fucking thing. It just flew towards the left, like over here, like completely off. As like he maneuvers his goblin dog to like turn around and go in the opposite direction. And it rushes, what's the goblin dogs like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that's as far as
this dude out here riding like he got taught by Orion himself, man. Jeez.
Goblin dog moves. Oh wow, they got 50 feet speed. Okay.
They got the same movement as a fucking heavy horse.
Where was it here? 1,
crazy.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
They're just giant rats, and they got movement like that. That's nuts.
It can double move. No, it just takes. So just take 1 movement and stop there. I forgot if it double moved, it would have taken, I think, a penalty. Alright, Caldum, unfortunately, you weren't quick enough to react to the goblin and his mount to try and prevent them from making that call. You were quite taken aback from being seen, and once you were seen, you were once you were seen, like almost in a flash, you see Raheem had came right up to the like right in front of you, and like braced up against the corner of the stockade tower, and then so you were ready to like as you were ready to rush towards the goblin, you reflexively like made an attempt to dodge in case the arrow was coming for you, and it wasn't. It flew completely off course, and as you step out to go towards the rush towards the goblin, had already turned his dog and started going off into towards the front of the place.
Damn.
Muted.
Is it possible for me to come over here and quick draw and shoot at him?
You have quick draw?
I do have quick draw.
Do you have quick draw? I guess you could stow your weapons. Ooh, yeah, stowing your weapons is a move action.
I'm gonna toss him next to Raheem.
Okay, toss him as a free
Just so I
action.
can try to make...
You toss your weapons down as free action so that you can quickly get your bow out, grab an arrow. You move over. So yeah, you move action over there around the end.
I'm dropping them right here in this square, so I can grab them.
Take your
after I shoot.
And you can take your shot. It does it have cover?
How far is he?
Okay, no cover, but it just has concealment because of all the thickets. So let me roll concealment chance. 20% chance your attack's gonna miss anyway. And don't bother rolling because your attack misses. No thanks to all the fucking thickets that were in the way. Through
Great.
your... I got a 6. I got under 20.
Wonderful.
And we
Can
are
I
on
pick up my
round-
weapons at the end of my round? Turn?
That'll be a move action. You'll have to spend the move action
Oh, okay,
picking them up on your next turn. Round.
I tried.
Round 2.
Yeah.
There is what was it called?
Sorry, though.
They were called weapon cords, weren't they? They have this equipment called weapon cords that you attach them to your weapon and you can pick them back up as a swift action. You pick them back up as a swift action.
That's what I was getting with LOL. I was gonna put them on both of his pistols.
I remember that.
Got like a wallet chain.
Yeah, it's like a wallet chain.
That's what I'm saying.
So that way he could reload multiple guns at once.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of mundane gear
Yeah,
that can help.
picking John Wick?
That can help the group
Yeah.
out a lot. You just gotta look through them. Alchemical
Yeah.
items, all of it.
Elastic belt cord.
Yo, I got mad shit I want to be
Yeah.
able to get. I just need some time and resources.
All right, Quinn.
Yeah.
Anyways, let me out, guys. I'm gonna link up with you guys next week.
This man left 10
All right,
minutes
later.
early. Word.
I got to, man.
Why? Finished the round.
I did. I finished the last round.
How about we pick up later? Because
All right, we'll
we
do
just
that.
ended a little early yesterday.
Word.
All right, y'all.
Damn, I gotta
GGs. Y'all
prep
have
my
yourselves a
kid for
good night.
school tomorrow. Damn.
Oh, she starts tomorrow. My
Starts
Congratulations.
Congrats to
First-
her.
6:30 in the morning.
no.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Good night, Lou.
All right. Good
Thank you.
night. No
Hi,
problem.
guys.
Good night, guys.
Yeah,
Later,
You guys later.
my kids go back to school Monday.
Man.
Wow, that's mid-August. Relax.
All right. All right. Well, I don't know if there's anybody out there watching the stream got any questions, got anything to ask me, got any, I don't know. Is there anybody watching? Feel free to chat it up. I'll stay for about 5 minutes seeing if anybody replies, or a few minutes, whatever. And if not, I'm going to bed because I have to wake up for work in about 4.5 hours. We only played 3 hours today? That's weird. Normally we play 4 hours. How is it only 3? Oh, that's because my shit got cut off like an hour in. That's right. What do we got in here? Well, some of these are bots, except for Ham Bone Whalebone. You look like somebody that might not be a bot. Because I hate when they got these bots on here. And I can never tell who's real. Well, I mean, some of them are obvious, but Aero Vera. I don't think I've seen that before. You might be a real person. Lurks. All right. Well, doesn't look like anybody's messaging. So, share the channel. Give me a follow. I'm trying to get to affiliate so that I can start subscriptions. And also, if you care to donate, I have a donate thing on my Twitch page for getting me a better laptop, because the laptop I'm playing with kind of sucks. It's about 10 years old, and I would have less connectivity issues if I had a new laptop. So that's that. Let's see. Nope. All right. Well then, y'all have a good night.